in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to build a Facebook ad for motivated sellers. So I'm going to show you everything from how to create the ad text that actually converts all the way to creating the image, a very simple yet extremely effective image that will actually resonate with motivated sellers the right way. I'm also going to show you how to put everything together in the Business Manager, which is the platform that we're using to actually launch the campaign on Facebook and Instagram. Also, just a heads up, this is the same process and the type of ads that we run internally with our real estate investor clients. We do a couple of changes to the process so we can optimize even harder for intention and motivation, as well as the copywriting side of the process. But this is an initial guideline that will give you a lot of clarity when it comes to launching the campaign the right way. Now, this is the same process that got my client Louis. He just sent me a message right now. Within the first 7 leads that we generated for him and his team, he got a property under contract. And this is also the same process that got one of my clients, Nikki Copeland from Equity Home Solutions, over $200,000 in profits within the first 5 months of working with us. And this is also the same process that is getting Jonathan at Whoa Home Offers 2 deals per month from the process that we implemented for him and his team. And with that being said, let's get this started. How to build a Facebook ad for motivated sellers. And we're going to go through 3 simple steps. The first step is creating the ad copy, the ad text that actually works. Second, creating image ads that actually works. Internally, we're using more video types of ads with our clients, but that's because that's what we've identified works best on the long term. However, for the sake of this video, and so you can actually get a campaign launched ASAP, you're going to put together an image ad with a specific structure that I'm going to show you that is actually effective when it comes to resonating with motivated sellers and actually scroll stopping them. Step 3, we're going to set up the ad on Facebook and more specifically in the Facebook Business Manager. And with that being said, let's go into the step 1. As you can see, creating the ad copy, ad text that actually works. Now, the framework that I can teach you over here is this one, because this is the framework that I've identified works best when it comes to not only targeting motivated sellers, but in every single industry. Okay, so as you can see, we have the call out, the hook. Who are we targeting in this scenario and in this context? The offer, which is essentially how we can put together what we're offering in a one-liner to actually make it irresistible. The value proposition, of course, you have the main offer, but then you have the specifics of the offer that actually makes this even more enticing. And then you have the call to action. And if you loop again and again this structure within your ad copy, this is what makes the process extremely effective. So in the call out, or in the hook in this case, this is where we are also calling out their pain points, because we also want to optimize for actual highly intense motivated sellers off market. And for that reason, we not only want to actually call out the type of person that we're going after, but also their pain points. And the way that we do this is we can brainstorm different ways in which we actually can target this type of seller more specifically. And I'm going to put together a couple of options over here so you can check them out and basically consider them when it comes to your process. And for instance, struggling with repairs, agent fees, or mortgage payments, get a cash offer and close in days. So in this scenario, this would be the call out, right? Not really the offer. So for instance, in this case, you can even put together homeowners struggling with repairs, agent fees, or mortgage payments. So this is a good call out already in just this sentence. Another potential call out could be this one, for instance. Homeowners need to sell quickly, and you even can put it in caps, so it's even more enticing. Facing financial strain or hardship, for example. Inherited a property or just ready to move on, like to finally move on. We can help. Boom. These are two great examples of callouts. Like, I can put together as many callouts as you want, like in an hour, for example. It's really just about using your marketing, your inner marketing knowledge and your inner marketer in order for you to actually come out with different callouts and hooks once you know your customer, which is in this case motivated sellers. Now the offer, this is where we want to actually call out the offer. And there's different ways that we can do this. For example, click the button below to request a no obligation fair cash offer today, as you can see. Or there's different ways that you can say this. Essentially, we're ready to give you a no obligation cash offer. We're ready to buy your property for cash. We're willing to pay more for properties than a typical real estate investor would. This is another way, right? We're putting together that offer. So when it comes to the value proposition, this is where you expand on the offer, on the specifics, because you want to make the desire even stronger. And the way that we do this is by actually expanding on the offer. So I actually already made a couple of bullet points over here, just so you can check them out and understand what I mean when it comes to expanding on the offer. So for instance, no repairs needed. We buy properties in any condition, save on costly renovations, fast closings, sell in as little as 14 days or on a timeline that suits you. All cash offer, get a full amount in cash, no financing delays, no commissions or hidden fees. Now, even if, of course, depending on the type of property that you're buying, depending on the situation of the seller, I understand that you can't always buy the property in 14 days or give them a quick closing. And that's okay. Like, we still want to frame the ad as if you have the ideal scenario. Why? Because at the end, we want to make it shiny in a way so we can optimize for actual performance and the cost per lead. And for that, with that being said, we're going to head over to Emojipedia over here. So this is the link that I'm using over here. It's called emojipedia.org. And you can actually copy the check mark button because we want to make sure it's easy to read. It's readable and easy to consume, essentially. That makes everything more effective. Now, in the call to action, this is where we're basically calling out the action that we want them to do. So there's different ways that we can actually position this call to action. So for instance, I already put together a couple of options over here, but essentially we're optimizing for sellers to actually submit a form, whether that's native to the platform or actually sending them to a website for them to submit a form. And these are people that are requesting to speak with you for a cash offer on their property. So we want to keep everything relevant, of course. So for instance, ready to get a cash offer, click here to start, no obligation. Sell your property today, click the button below for a free, no commitment cash offer. See how fast you can sell, fill out the form below to get your offer today. So you get the point. It's a call to action. Now, when we put together everything over here, we have a very effective ad. So let's put it together. Now, this is how the ad looks like. As you can see, we have the hook, the call out over here. Homeowners need to sell quickly, facing financial hardship, inherited a property, or just ready to finally move on. We can help. We're ready to buy your property for cash. We're willing to pay more for properties than a typical real estate investor would. And then value proposition, expanding on the offer. No repairs needed. We buy properties in any condition, save on costly repairs, renovations, fast closings, sell in as little as 14 days or on a timeline that suits you. All cash offer, get a full amount in cash, no financing delays, no commissions or hidden fees, save money by avoiding agent fees and closing costs. Sell your property today, click the button below for a free, no commitment cash offer. This ad, I guarantee you, will convert, right? So this is how you build an actual ad copy that converts. Now I'm going to show you how to put together an actual very effective image ad using a structure that is also proven to convert. So let's do that. Step 2, creating image ads that actually work. And initially I want to explain what makes an ad even successful. So there's 3 simple variables that actually make ads extremely successful when it comes to the creative and how we are actually structuring this image. So what makes an ad creative actually successful? 3 simple variables. 1, it's scroll stopping. So this means that when the user is actually scrolling through the Facebook newsfeed media, it actually scroll stops the eye because it looks different and it has certain components within the structure of the actual image that makes you want to stop and take a look. Hey, what's up, right? Second, it's relevant to the offer. Relevancy is huge. You want to make sure that whatever you're communicating in the actual image is relevant to what you're selling. 3, it clearly mentions the offer. And this is something that will make a huge difference when it comes to the effectiveness of your image ads. Because if you're leveraging the fact that you have an offer, a 1-sentence liner that makes people basically get hooked when it comes to what you're selling, you definitely want to use that as well. And with that being said, basically we're heading over to Canva. So Canva is a platform that allows you to create and to edit and design images in a very simple yet incredibly effective way, right? So we're going to head over to Canva and we're going to create a 180. So we're looking for the 2x2 grid image over here, as you can see. And what we're going to do now is we're going to go ahead and find properties that are not in the best condition, of course, because those are the types of sellers that we're going after. Now, the good thing is that Canva already has inherently photos that we can actually download. But so you can use these images, for example, bad condition property, and you can definitely use these images as well. For instance, or so you can go to the extreme, even using like horrible houses like this ones. And because people get the point, like we want to target actual motivated sellers, even if you're getting sellers where their property is in a good condition, when you're using these type of angles, you're actually ensuring that you're attracting and resonating with the right motivation types of sellers, for example. So this will work as well. And in this case, we can go ahead and place a nice looking property, you know, just because we have placed like multiple just very bad condition looking type of properties. So from here, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and place a shape, and you're going to choose the red option over here. Oops. Yeah, so you're going to choose the red option, and you're going to put this in the middle, right over here. That's okay. And the next thing we want to do is we're going to choose a specific text. This is okay. So you want to optimize for readability, you know, so it's simple to read. And this is where you're going to place the offer. As you can see over here, you want to mention the offer. There's different one-liners that you can place when it comes to this process. But for instance, we buy houses for cash in 14 days. So not here, obviously, right? Boom. So this is an example, like this literally will convert. So let's make it a little bit cooler so it pops up. Yes, for instance. And you can even go to platforms like Zillow, Trulia, and filter by specific types of properties. And you can even use those pictures, but honestly, it's like a gray line. Like we're not 100% certain if that's even legal to do that, to grab those pictures and use them on advertising. So for that reason, in this case, you can even use properties from previous deals that you've done in the past, right? So you can even use those property pictures as well. But you get the point. Like this, for instance, I guarantee you this would convert. And there's different strategies that we use also on the back end that allows us to optimize for quality even harder when it comes to generating the right type of seller. From here, we're going to set up the ad in the business manager. So first thing, we're going to go ahead and download the image that we created, obviously. And from there, we're going to head over to Facebook. So within your Facebook account, you can see different options over here. So we're going to head over the ads manager specifically. So you want to make sure that you have a business manager set up as well as an ad account. If you don't know how to do that, you can basically search for a video on how to do that on right here on YouTube, right? So once you're in your ad account, you're going to create the ad. So you're going to click create, and then you're going to click leads in this case. And manual leads campaign, this is what we're going to choose. Now, initially, you want to actually choose the special ad housing category over here because we're running ads for real estate. So in order for us to actually be compliant and avoid getting the ads restricted or rejected, we're running ads on housing. And from there, you're going to take this on over here and you're going to place your ad spend budget. I always like to have a minimum ad spend budget of $50 per day, which means $1,500 per month. And this is where you're going to have your interest-based targeting. Now, for when we're running ads internally for my clients, we have a specific type of ad campaign structure to actually make this even more effective. But in this case, you're going to target broad, just for the sake of this video, of course, since we're setting up the ad within Facebook ads. And you're going to schedule the campaign for tomorrow, for instance, next day, for at 1 a.m. And in this case, I'm going to use one of my Facebook pages over here, as you can see. And we're going to target, let's say, Houston, right? DMA or Texas, whatever you're targeting, you place it over here. And from here, you can actually, if you only speak English, you're going to target English only over here. So this is where you place the interest-based targeting. So there's a separate video for that. And in this case, we're going to place our ad over here. And you're going to go ahead and add media, add image. Okay, now we have the image uploaded in the actual business manager. So now we're going to go to the ad copy that we created. As you can see, it's this one. And we're going to paste it over here. And as you can see, we're able to actually add a headline. So the framework when it comes to a headline is essentially the offer. We want to place the offer. And what is the offer at a high level? What do we have in the actual image? So we buy houses we buy houses for cash in 14 days. There's different ways that you can say this, of course, but this is a great framework. The actual offer, we place it in the headline. And call to action, in this case, you can place either get offer or learn more. Learn more is okay. So in the description, you can actually also expand on the offer. Like, for example, you can just paste this. This will work perfectly. And boom, we have the ad. From here, we need to basically create the lead form. And the way that you do this is you basically create lead form over here. And you go ahead and go through that simple process on how to create a lead form. And this is how you create a Facebook ad targeting motivated sellers that is actually effective. So I took you through the whole process when it comes to how to create the strategy, when it comes to how to effectively communicate with motivated sellers. Also how to create the ad copy with a specific ad copy structure that is proven to convert into work. And then how to create image ads that actually work. And this is a proven framework when it comes to the structure of the ad creative. As you can see, it highly resonates with the right type of seller, and it highly scroll stops the right type of seller as well, just by the way that it looks. And this is effective. That's what I can tell you, right? So from here, you can send them to your website, or you can create a lead form within Facebook that actually captures the seller's information, and then you're able to send them to your sales process and actually get that lead locked up on their contract. Or, of course, not every lead is going to be a deal. So this is where you also want to understand that it's all about the KPIs and the numbers. And what you actually want to make sure is that you're working with a team that is implementing this type of strategies for you the right way, because there's more to just what I just explained. You want to make sure that whoever you're working with is actually optimizing for not only motivated sellers, but highly motivated actual sellers. And there's different frameworks that we take sellers through so we can optimize for that type of sellers.